Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington, and we are back with another review. Today we are going to review The Covenants. This is Guy Ritchie. IMDb gave it a 7.6. I think that's super duper low.
That's disrespectful,
That's
man. This movie
disrespectful,
was
isn't it,
fire.
dude? Come on. That is
This movie's
disrespectful.
fire.
Who do you think? Okay, so in this film, really quickly, I'm just like pulling up
Mhm.
the two stars here, like Jake and also Dar.
Mhm.
Dar kind of like, I mean, is he getting like, a supporting actor, award or something like this? Because he kind of killed
This
it.
guy in movies, man.
Yeah.
This guy, get this guy in more movies like tomorrow.
Yeah.
He killed this. He represented so much, especially the stuff he had to go do to shoot this thing.
Yeah.
I was watching this a behind the scenes kind of thing, and they're talking about how they're filming and everything. Get the Dart was a Solomon, whatever his name is. Get this guy in more movies like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get this guy. He deserves it. This is such a good movie.
He's serious,
It's such
man.
a good. We can talk about it like it's an understatement about how good this movie is. It's ridiculous.
Listen,
emotionally is like you're feeling everything that both of these guys go through, because like they both have their adventure or helping one or the other, and then one guy does one thing and the other guy does another thing. Without giving the spoiler, we can get the spoilers too, but like they both represent in the movie in their own way, and like we have to give like a slow clap of congratulations to making this movie. This was exciting from top to bottom. From the time they started and they got their first ambush, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This movie was 1,000% dope. You told me about the movie. You saw the movie, a long time ago, and you were like, let's check it out. And I rented it from like Apple Movies for like $3.99. And I was like, well, let me watch it, and I watched it and I was like, yo, this is like what I said to you offline was this movie, one, the writing was sicko. It was dumb. It was sick, right?
Bananas.
Right?
Bananas.
The sequencing of the scenes, how they flow together, sick, right?
Yeah.
Just like how it looks, it was crazy. The production value, everything made sense. There was not a dumb part in this movie at all. Nothing. It was nothing dumb in this movie.
The most important part about this movie is that you care deeply about the two stars.
Yeah.
You really care. Like when they're going through their sequences for both of them, I'm like, yo, they gotta get back safely. Gotta get back to the base. Like, please don't get hurt, man. Like, because they're getting chased by, was it Taliban? They're getting chased.
Yeah.
And it is nuts, the sequences that they're getting chased through. They're running through the desert. They lose their guns. Like it's a lot of stuff they went through to get back to the base. And it's amazing. And the other thing too that's wild about this is that because it's kind of based on a real story. It's sort of.
Yeah.
And like these guys actually, there's people that have gone through this stuff, because like the story that actually happened for a lot of these guys in Afghanistan or whatever is depressing, because they didn't get out at all.
A lot of them did not get out.
Yeah. They did a positive version of a good story about what happened, about taking care of people that they did not take care of.
Yeah.
So like historically, this is a sad movie, but the movie actually is exciting and happy, but like it's crazy. And especially if you know the context of everything that's going on. This movie's crazy.
Right.
Absolutely crazy.
They spent majority of the movie. This was a 2-hour and 3-minute movie, right? So like right in the beginning, it was just being chased. That's it, right? And then
the whole movie chased.
The whole movie, right? And I was like, okay, I didn't really know how it would turn out. And then I was like, wow, this is kind of interesting, yo. I'm like, yo, let me get me another drink. I want to watch this. I want to finish this up, right? Because like I told you, I was like, I'm gonna watch an hour right now, and then I'm gonna watch an hour in the morning, right? I was like, no. I want to. This is dope. I want to sit down and watch this. This is sick. This movie is tight, dude. It is so crazy. Yeah. And someone else made a movie like this. It's called Kandahar.
Yeah.
Gerard
Butler.
There's
another movie.
It's the same sort of concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I haven't seen the other one yet. I haven't seen Kandahar yet, but I'm pretty sure this was going to be the better of the two.
Yeah,
I would bank money on it because this is excellent. This is hard to top.
yeah.
I'll put it like that.
And the other thing is, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, you gotta
Mhm.
like, I mean, like he's underrated, dude.
He's
He's
very
always in
underrated.
some good stuff, right? You don't see him doing any goofy stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because he did was it Nightcrawler or whatever that movie about there is a journalist there following like
Hmm.
accidents and stuff like that, and they just
Yeah.
film it for news. That that's creepy as hell, but this is a good movie.
He was also in Jarhead too. That's the movie I was trying to. Oh,
The
and the other
Jarhead
thing
was
is
an awesome
this,
movie.
right? And Brokeback Mountain. Come on,
Yeah, yeah,
you know. I mean,
yeah.
that was a
It's
really
called
good movie. What is it called?
when you get a chance, watch the movie called Enemy.
Enemy.
Excellent movie, excellent. It was fire, and they filmed it here. They filmed in Canada.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a
this was
ridiculous movie.
released in 2013. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's an excellent movie. That's one of the movies that put me onto him. Like, okay, this guy is kind of fire. But like,
No.
so
Hmm.
getting back to the Covenant,
Hmm.
yeah, I guess we could give a breakdown of what the
Yeah, you
movie's
want to give a
about.
brief overview?
So basically, Jake Gyllenhaal's he's who's his sergeant or he's a captain or something like that
He's
of
a
a
sergeant, yeah.
military
Hmm.
unit,
Hmm.
and their job is to go find out the bad guys that are blowing up stuff
Yeah.
and affecting up the bases or whatever. So their job
Hmm.
is fine. So he's looking for a translator because the other translator they got caught up in an ambush.
Yeah. Hmm.
So they get a brand new translator, and right off the bat they do not mesh well because he's got issues with leadership.
Yeah.
But he's right though.
Hmm.
He was right, and it sets the tone for how this movie's gonna go after that. Because he catches the other translator lying, and he basically saves everybody's life. But the way he did it seems like he's unhinged. But it turns out, he was right. He saved everybody's life,
Yeah.
and the guy tended to be a traitor. So basically, Jake gets hurt, and this guy, his whole unit gets killed, and his
Yeah.
translator
Wow.
has to bring him back
Hmm.
over a mountainous area back to the U.S. base while everybody's chasing them.
The.
And he finally gets
Hmm.
back. Jake goes back to America. Life is good for like 2 days. And he's like, this guy saved my life. We promised him we're going to get his family out. I got to go back down there.
Yeah.
And this guy risked everything, all his money. He puts it back into the paying the contractors to go back down there to save this guy and his wife and his baby is not born yet, and to go save their family and get them out and bring them to America. And let me tell you something. The action sequence in the second half of this movie is bonkers.
Dude.
It is bonkers.
It was
You're on
only
the edge of your seat.
it was only like 20 minutes. That's it. Like the last part of the
Yeah. It
movie, that's
wasn't
it.
that long.
And
But like it's intense.
but you know what? And here's the thing, right? When I was checking out the escape, which is like the
Mhm.
beginning of the movie, right? And
Mhm.
it took like almost an hour and a half, right? Hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of the
And
movie is
then
getting out.
the end was like going to get this guy after they have the visas. Dude, it was
Mhm.
right to the point. Like, this is what we're
Just
doing. Nothing
bang bang,
crazy.
just
Bam,
going.
let's get up out of here. Movie's over. I was saying
Yeah.
this online and I was saying this offline to you. I was like, man, just the way this movie was put together.
Mhm.
I mean, you have the relationships, the drama,
Yeah, emotionally.
the
It just hits
friendships.
you with the feels, man.
Yo, this is Guy Ritchie put his foot into this joint, man. This is a very
Yes,
impressive
absolutely,
movie. Very good
absolutely.
movie. Yo, when I'm watching this movie, the Taliban, dude, they're not strategic at all. They throw
Mhm.
everyone at you. Just start
It's
shooting you up. They
crazy.
throw everyone
It's
at you, just
crazy.
like overwhelming force, and now with military,
Mhm.
historians and things like that, they're like, no, 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 let's do this strategically, like strategic bombing and all that sort of stuff. The Taliban don't
Yeah.
play. They're like, oh, we need 2 people. Let's send like 1,000 people after 2 people.
They're like, "Bring the white guy back and the guy who helped him. Bring
Right.
him back right now." Bro, the
Dude.
pressure they were under because they're behind enemy territory the entire movie. Like,
Yeah.
there's no good spot for them to go. You can't trust anybody. You don't know if they're going to help you or they're scared for their families. You can't rely on anything. These guys have to go off in insane terrain just to avoid all this stuff with no help. And also think about like America when they're in these regions. The reason why they can take over these regions and run it effectively is because they have air support.
Yeah.
Once you lose the air support, it's a wrap.
That's it.
You can't get anything done. You can't drive nowhere. You can't rely on getting supplies to anybody. You need air support.
Excuse me.
And here's the situation: these guys got no help. They can't like get a satellite. Oh yeah, stay away from this region. You just travel 2 miles south. You're good to go. Whatever. You got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You hope you remember where the base is based on the mountain terrain. That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Guys, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
It was
so
also
emotionally, it's just draining.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It's also kind of interesting, like towards the end, like when he was trying to get back to Afghanistan to go rescue this interpreter and his wife. His wife said to him, like, go get him. Like, she supported him the whole way. She was like, this is what you do. I will see you when you get back. Wow.
Ride or die, man. Ride or die.
Wow. Like, really?
She knew,
okay.
Man.
That was
I
pretty
appreciate
dope.
that so much. Like, that's the thing. There's nobody in this movie that I didn't like. I liked everybody.
Yeah.
I was supporting characters, everybody. I was like, these are awesome, man.
You know, that's such a good point, you know, because we watch so many movies, TV series, and sometimes you get the crying kids. It's just like, nah, you know, I don't want that. You know, in this movie, there wasn't anyone that I didn't like. I liked every character in this movie. I liked the general.
Top to bottom.
You know, I liked everyone. But there is one thing, though, and I didn't even question this, right? But what was odd was that his entire unit, this is a military unit, right? His entire unit got killed, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I've heard stories like this before. I have nephews who were in the army who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. And it's just like, you take cover and you just like hold it down until like the airships come, you know?
Yeah.
That's basically what you do.
No help.
Yeah.
They had no help.
Running out of bullets and stuff. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy, man. But this movie is fire. I am so glad you told me about this. Weeks ago, you were like, hey, you want to check this out? And we started like, you know, watching.
Yeah,
like
we got sidetracked by this stuff.
Exactly. And I'm just like, this joint is fire, dude. Fire. I don't know what else to say about it, man. But you know, I think I'm gonna watch it again.
No more. It's that good. You gotta take our word for it. I'm gonna watch it again this week too.
Yeah,
bro, it's that good. Is an excellent movie. Like
crazy
if
movie,
you like
man.
war or like just action stuff and like a good emotional feel good movie, this is it.
This is it,
100% it.
Okay, so The Covenant, Guy Ritchie. What are you gonna rate this?
It's a 10. It's easily a 10. It's a 10.
I was trying to think. I was like, yo, we just gave something a 10. That was Silo. We gave Silo a 10.
Yeah.
And we also gave Everything Everywhere All at Once a 10 as well.
That was a 10 too.
Dude, 10. I'm giving this a 10. This is my third 10 this year.
Yeah.
A 10.
Rightfully
this is a
so.
10. A sleeper. Here's the thing about it. Again, I didn't even know about it. You told me about it.
It's a sleeper.
You told me about it, and I was like, it doesn't matter that, you know, there isn't like huge explosions and things like that, just like with Silo, right? This is a very cerebral. You got to think about this as it's an emotional movie. The characters are awesome.
100%.
This is just a really great movie. It's a 10. I'm giving this joint a 10, dude. For real. Sick movie, man. I wish I watched it in the theater though on a really huge screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I got gypped because I was watching it on a small screen. It wasn't even that big. But like
you went to the
emotionally,
matinee.
man, you feeling it. For this movie, you feel emotions. Like I'm rooting for people. Like if something happens to them, like I'm like, oh no, you okay? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you care. I care deeply about the family. Make sure the wife got out okay. Like I was worried about that the whole movie. Like what's gonna happen? Like are they gonna catch them? Like this is one of those movies that you're invested in what happens in the movie. Like easily.
I was about to use that word. It took 10 minutes.
It
took 10 minutes for me to become invested in this film. I was like, oh, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm not, watching an hour, then like the other hour in the morning. I was invested after 10 minutes. That's a great film.
Yeah.
When you're
Absolutely,
invested after
absolutely.
10 minutes or 5 minutes, it's just like, I'm into this, man. Great film. Guy Ritchie put his foot in it, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking out another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.
All right.